Hello, and welcome back to The King is Watching. So I've done a little bit in my spare time since I was last on. I've got a few upgrades I can spend. I don't think it's going to be a massive amount though. But we can probably start moving toward, We'll be able to banish the last, we'll be able to banish, I think we've got, let's see, we've banished one lot of nobles there, banished some there. We'll soon be able to banish the last few of them through here. Then we can start going for run start bonuses and extra troop limits and things, which is probably where we want to head afterwards. Right, for now though, let's get to the preparation phase. Everything's as it should be. We've got some things unlocked now. What do we need for the next challenge, by the way? The final one. Defeat more bosses with this king. So we need to just defeat more bosses with this king, and we'll be able to use that third ability. Right. Goblin Warlord Gorzog this time. Right. Let's pause it, drag our wells in, and go into super fast speed. And then just let it ride for a little bit. Right. We've got 2 extra productive tiles here. So it might be worth getting those used. And that's going to get us plenty of wheat. Then we can get ourselves plenty of wood. Followed by then going into some small peasant huts. And we should be able to hold this goblin off. Any second now they'll be ready. And we're going to go for a bone pit, I think. And some basic production. We'll get some grapes, why not? Let's see, barracks, production, denarii. We'll go for the denarii here. A building upgrade would be pretty good. We'll put that with... We'll put these basic production buildings in, and they only add a couple of units, so they're not a huge deal. And getting ourselves an artifact will be quite nice here. Right, I think that's gonna be pretty good. We've seen this tome before. We don't have the grapes, so we're just gonna get the morale bonus. Right. We'll start trading some wheat for some gold. And while this is all taking place, we'll get ourselves some wood. And then we're going to need some more grain. Right. We can increase our troop limit. And then we're going to see if we can get some more soldiers hired. Right. There's 3 of them left. 2 of them left. That crossbow man's going to be a problem. It looks like we are wearing through them. Right, that should do it. We need water for the skeletons. We'll go for a gold mine here. When constructing buildings, 10% of the resources are returned. I'll just increase our unit limit. I think that's probably a good idea. Right. Right, we're going to have a few problems here, but yep, there we go. Some extra troops spawn in. Okay, some base production will go for another gold mine, and we'll get an upgrade. We'll upgrade the bone pit. And I think what we'll do is we'll get a little bit more. Oh, we've run out of wheat to sell at the market, so we'll need a bit more. This should be no problem whatsoever. Trader, so we have 80 to spend. Every grunt unit on the battlefield gets 2% boost to HP and 3% boost to damage from other grunts. Not bad. Heal your castle for 3 HP each time you use a spell. Reduce the first king's ability cooldown. Or we could make so skeletons give us flour or something. We could do that. I'm going to go with the poor man's relic. And then we'll save the rest that we've got. And maybe next time we'll get the bone pit upgrade there. And maybe even go for another bone pit. Right. So we'll start getting some gold here. And before long we'll have another gold mine. I think we'll also put some grapes in. Right. What we need now is another barracks really. So we've got troop capacity that we're not able to use, and it looks like we're going to get some here. Receive a fireworks spell every 3 waves. Every arcane unit on the battlefield provides boost to spell damage dealt. We don't have any arcane units, but we could try to get some going forwards. But it's not that big. I think we'll just go for the fireworks. Right, we can get another bone pit. We'll get some crystal mines and I think a gold mine. Then we can choose our next prophecy. We're going to go for the denarii here. Building upgrades are pretty good. So let's go for some basic production. Right. That should work. Forest spirits, we're going to get the magic school from that one. Right. We're nearly at a broader gaze. It can increase troop capacity. And we're going to create a bone pit. We're going to need some wheat for that. I think what we'll do is we'll move the marketplace, place the bone pit, and yeah, I think we'll go with that. And we should be able to fill our troop capacity now. Hopefully. Right, we'll get the water and wheat going here. And then produce some troops that will take this guy out. Let's see. Spell choice is for magic school instead of production speed. That sounds pretty good actually. So we can get something specific that we want then, rather than just whatever we happen to get. So we started running out of farms as well. We need to get some of these wall busters before they bust us walls. Looks like we'll be able to. We'll get the iron mine and we will upgrade. There we go, the bone meal. Small wheat field can go back there. And we'll immediately start getting to work on, well, yeah, producing to our troop limits. Right, we'll get more gold, I think, and we'll upgrade, I guess, production speed on the magic school. Speaking of which, we'll put that in the middle here. Right, what we're going to want to do, I think, is probably I think we'll get some water and put down a research table. We should be able to defeat these cavalry units. Should. But it looks like we'll need a bit of help on that. Right. We could go into archery and just get 2 lots of archery barracks if we wanted. Bakes flower dragons into ash dragons at the dragon's bakery. Well, we'd need flower dragons first. What relics have we got? All buildings work 5% faster. Receive wheat at the start of each wave. Champion units can get a chance to stun. Market provides morale when active. Boost production by 25% at the market, or some troop training. Let's just get a 5% upgrade to everything. And we'll call it there for now. Ooh, they got absolutely chewed up. Right, an artifact. We get rider units gain HP. Constructing buildings, we get some resources back. Let's get this for the rider units, and let's see if we can get some rider units. Guess not. We'll go for the bone pit then. Basic production, we will take a I don't think we've got a clay pit yet. And we'll get a wheat field, like a big, nice, proper wheat field. And summon an infernal, and then we'll go for our next prophecy. More denarii, more denarii. We'll go for the levy barracks, but we'll not go for the cavalry because they're a bit hard to deal with. Ooh. 50 denarii for a bunch of slimes, yes. Basic production in these. Yeah, let's just get some basic production stuff. And some denarii, I think that's fine. They came unprepared. A band of marauders, the Ironfang Riders, arrive at your gates. They are led by Farg the Conqueror, a towering brute who apparently bathes in mud. They are demanding tributes of food, gold, and supplies for peace. Your advisors are split. One suggests paying them off to buy time, while another mutters, "No true king bows to a man wearing that much fur in summer." So we can either increase our walls, get a spell, or have a 50% chance to get an artifact. I mean, the wall's pretty good. It's a guaranteed thing. But an artifact could be amazing. Let's try it. You receive nothing. You cunningly invite him and his commanders to feast for negotiations, as well as offering them a soothing soak in your kingdom's luxurious hot mud springs. Unbeknownst, the mud quickly hardens, hilariously trapping them mid-bath. Desperately bargaining for freedom, Farg reveals detailed attack plans, surrenders his favourite artifact, and almost sacrifices his dignity, but you mercifully interrupt before things get too awkward. So why did I receive nothing when it says he surrendered his favourite artifact? That's what I want to know. Right. So I can create another bone pit somewhere. Put the clay mine there, I guess. Right. How are we doing for resources? We'll probably be able to get a broader gauge soon enough. Clay, and we need some gold. We are mining gold steadily. We'll go back to getting some troops. Let's leave it there for now. Oh, they actually managed to kill him, right. Gold mine, I think, there. Okay, these are about to run out. And there we go. We have so many gold mines that we could put down. I'm just going to go with that. Probably want to make some more troops as well, you know, as you do. We'll need some water for the bone pit. Right. We're doing a decent bit of damage. We've lost about 10, 20-ish health to that. We need to get that brick factory up at some point. We've got a load of gold mines, so let's get some iron now. Right, we're going to need some water. And we'll get producing some troops. This might be the end here. Yep, it's going pretty quick. Right. Well, it's only been 20 minutes. We'll... Ooh, I'm going to say we'll give it a go. It's too bad. Oh, we actually can get them. I thought for some reason these were 30. No. Just 20. So we can actually click that, get those. And we're well on our way to getting some troop limit upgrades. As well as, yeah, then probably getting some new druids, some more spells, and then going for even more troops. Yeah, looking pretty good. We might want to then start looking at some of these other upgrade trees. Hell, there's even another extra troop limit upgrade here. Right. Of course, you have to actually be able to afford that while you're in the game, but... Right. Magra this time. The Goblin War Lady. Right. Speed it up, and here we go. Now that we've got all this space as well, we're into a broader gaze. Wouldn't be crazy expensive. Right. And to get that broader gaze, yeah, we're going to need to sell... Basically, we need to get about 120 wheat. Of course, first, we're going to want to get some peasant huts. Right, we need some water. Right. We need some wheat. There we go. Let's get a barracks. We're gonna go with a slinger's tree, I think. Yeah. And we'll go with an iron mine. Our prophecy, we've got some artifacts. We'll go for the Denari, I guess we'll go for these wall breakers. We'll go for the extra Denari and artifacts. Sure. Flames, we're gonna let it all burn to get some troop training. Give me something for grunts. Warriors will be fine, I guess. This will need food and iron. We do not produce enough guys quickly enough, I've decided. I mean, we could just move this peasant sort over, but I've placed it there just because I'm thinking, well, this will produce some, and it will produce up to 4 of them. Because we need something to go on this cursed house, so it might as well be something that doesn't necessarily have to be worked in order for us to utilise it. But, right, let's get these built. We need a lot of iron to get that slinger's tree going. I think we might have overdone things here. Yeah. I think we're just going to have to move this over. Yeah, because those wall breakers are really doing a number on our walls, and we're going to need a brick factory soon, or we will die. Heals all your troops for 15% of their max HP at the start of each wave. Dummy target, troops produce faster. Yes, gimme. Okay, so we shouldn't have that problem as much now. We've nearly got enough of these slingers. If those wall breakers get that wall, yep, that's the problem. Let's get a poison puddle and increase the lifetime of all temporary troops, or get clay at the start of each wave. I guess the temporary troops, so if we do get any temporary troops, they'll be amazing going forwards. We're out of wheat. Let's get this slingers tree going. Okay, is there a brick factory? Because I could really use one after all that. Not really. Okay. Increase the slingers tree capacity and HP. Okay. Or we can do warrior troops receive 10% boost to damage, HP and attack speed. Champions can stun things. Or we can receive some clay at the start of each wave. We're going to make the slingers ridiculous. Right. And we can afford this, so we shall get it. Right. We should annihilate these. We've got some real firepower tools at this point. There we go. The artifact is damage to bosses, some units is increased. Receive all basic production buildings. Does that mean I get one of each? I'm guessing it probably does. We'll need to keep a steady supply of iron because the slingers need it. But we'll get some crystals again as well, just so we can maybe lean into magic little. Maybe we'll go into swordsman too. Basic construction, get some denarii, and we'll maybe not go too hard on these. We'll get some troop training and we'll get the building upgrade. But we'll try not to go too crazy on it, because if we do, we will probably end up dying like last time. This one we want to... I guess we'll just get the wood, I suppose, on that. Right. Okay. Nearly done with these fields and the iron and so on here. Let's make sure our troops are ready. We can afford another capacity increase. We can go Assassin's Temple. Right. I'm going to get this broader gears as well, so I'm going to try and get some wheat sold, and we'll see if we can get the upgrade on this. Excellent. We'll take... If we take flour, isn't that worth more than 1 gold each? If I'm remembering that correctly. Damage dealt by swordsman is doubled. Yes, obviously. Obviously we're going to go for that. Yeah, so flour is worth 3 gold, so we can get a lot there. We'll need a bit more before we can be saying anything about iron mines. Well, not iron, well, doing anything about, yeah, iron mines or clay mines or anything like that. What do we want to go into next? It looks like we're going to be able to get rid of these wall breaks at least. Let's go for... I've got a crystal mine and a clay pit. I guess it doesn't really matter then, we'll just get some crystals. Grunts get 15 attack, that's pretty good, that's going to be all our peasants. Right, let's get a sawmill and a tree. We just have to try and maybe wear out a few of these resources. There we go. We can get another troop limit increase. Right, what can we get? When one of your troops dies, an explosive scarecrow will be created in its place. Cooldown 40 seconds. More homemade fireworks or increase production limits for starter buildings by 100%. That could be pretty useful. We've only got 70 to spend, so triple the assassin's HP, that could be a good one. Morale for markets, some troop training, or we could get something up here like a mushroom grove that recruits mushroom warriors. We could go with archery goldsmith farm, so gold and wheat. Gold sawmill, wood and gold. Let's go for the iron hoe. I do like just a good solid artifact and a good upgrade. Right. What can we go for here then? So firstly we're going to need to up our troops. Because yeah, they're going after our range units there. We don't want them, we need some frontliners. We can go gnome dome. They're pretty good when upgraded. We'll get some gold mines, a proper wheat field. We'll get the ground fire just to use on enemies, and let's see, magic school, college and archmage university, or just grapes when we kill things. We'll go with the quill. Maybe start looking into magic or something. We can go for Sunface there, and I guess we're gonna have lightning mages, which are annoying, but they're not awful. We'll go with the bandits and fire mage here. Some kingdom infrastructure there, and we'll leave it at that. The lumberjacks in the freezing forests. We want to get a sawmill from it. That should work. Right. We will keep working these fields. Get a swordsman barracks. If we can get some more iron. We can get some assassins going. Right, the grunts did their job. They distracted them while the range units got in range and just obliterated them. We'll get some roots there. We will go back to spawning troops in. Right, and we are at capacity. Yeah, it looks like our basic production buildings have had like a massive amount of extra resources added to them, so they'll last a lot longer now. Go the crystal mine, the clay mine. Also put the research and magic school stuff down here. Oh, we could even be building some more magic buildings. We'll need some crystals to be able to build them. Oil in one case as well. Right. We should absolutely just roast these guys, which we are doing. I'll take the metal because I've no means of making it myself at the moment. Hero statue. Literally every time you do this it gives you some free troop training, which is good. Well, not free troop training, it costs a lot of wood to be able to produce it. Right, iron mine there. Right. We are going to need some more food. So we'll get started with that, as well as these magic buildings. Well, magic and research buildings. Artifact is damage dealt by attacking buildings is increased by 25%. Receive wood at the start of each wave. Damage dealt by attacking buildings is increased. I'm not sure what that means, but let's go for that because the other one seems not massively useful. I do like the bone pit, but we do have a swordsman barracks already, so if we get upgrades for it, it can apply to multiple. So I think we'll go for swordsman barracks here. We'll start mining some iron and see if we can get this barracks built. will need more, yeah, more iron to make them. Our troops are a bit thin on the ground at the moment, so we need to watch out for that. Because we're down to just slingers at this point. We're all DPS with no like melee tanks. We've got through, but we should be less careless going forwards about this. We might as well get another slingers tower, I think. Let's see what else is. 25% chance of receiving extra 1 goal with each production cycle for wheat. Well, wheat in the wheat field. Fireworks. Hand of the Avenged. When a unit dies, someone else becomes enraged. Increases max unit HP by 30. That'll be on everything, so even our grunts will get that, won't they? That's kind of ridiculous. We'll go for that. Right. We've got a decent amount of iron. Let me think. Let's put this on here. We should be able to get some money for that grain, which will then give us access to this gold mine that we can place here. Then we'll mine this area out for a bit. It's too bad this basic construction can't go into being a gold mine, but oh well. Here comes the first boss. I suppose if we're gonna yeah, might as well use some of these spells. Set her on fire. We're doing a good bit of damage. We've run out of grain again. But we have managed to kill her. We get a legendary artifact. Upon constructing the next 3 buildings, all resources are returned. Depends what you build, doesn't it? Increases your unit's bonus HP by 5 each time you use a spell. I guess the Chi Fan, they weren't as legendary as I would have expected. Legendary spell. Permanently increase friendly units' HP in an area. Sure, veteran barracks. If we can get some wine to build this, we can put it up and then it should be fine. They're ranged. These are flying warriors. These are arcane warriors. I'm gonna go firing range, and we're gonna get I'm gonna go sawmill. Troop training, we want grunts because we've got a lot of them. Prophecy, Denari, Denari, Denari. 2 spells, a troop training, established production, lots of resources, kingdom infrastructure. Let's go with this one there. And maybe this here. In fact, if we put those waves together, that's just a load of mages. I mean, I'm half tempted to do another one, but I don't want to push it and end up having just all these mages create like a firing line of death. We'll call it at that. That should be plenty. Bull in a bottle. Your chief alchemist has unveiled his potion of bull's energy. So it's Red Bull. Promising endless productivity, a peasant works tirelessly after drinking it. Come morning, however, he is asleep upright, mumbling, the walls are melting. Your advisors are split. Some call it revolution, others warn of overwork. Meanwhile, rumours spread of peasants sneaking bottles for personal use. So greenlight mass production, we get 2 magic colleges but lose random troops, so we'll lose like 4 random peasants. Get a bunch of resources, or we can receive some free troops. We'll get the magic colleges. We authorise the production, productivity skyrockets, at least initially. Unfortunately, your kingdom soon faces an epidemic of overly energetic peasants, tilling fields at midnight, causing numerous accidents and a few spectacular explosions. On the bright side, the bizarre situation attracts curious scholars who eagerly drink the potion to finish just one more chapter of their beloved tomes. And we're getting Volkar, the dragon. We're getting him again. Right. Speaking of tilling fields till midnight, we'll get plenty from these. We've got a nice long break before the next attack. And we're going to need it because we don't have any troops at the moment that are out. So let's see if we can sort that out. Let's start producing some. We probably want to as well swap these round maybe. Right, there we go, we're nearly at our troop cap. We're going to need some more iron, and we're going to need some more wheat. Right, let's see what this manages to get for us then. We've basically steamrolled them. Attacks incoming enemies with jumping lightning strike. Brick factory, we want this. It's just a good thing to have. We'll need a bit of wood to be able to produce it. But once we have it, there we go. That'll nicely just repair our walls slowly for us. Some iron as well from here, so we can get some more troops. Speaking of, oh, and we will need more wheat. Yeah, we've melted them. Right, getting plenty of wheat, there we go. We'll stop trading at the market for now, we'll keep the wheat for troop usage. What did we run out of here? Oh, troop capacity, that makes sense. Let's have a look. So gold mine, what do we want for these? We need some wine at some point. We're probably going to have to get that from a trader, or there's just a drop. The hero statue can go in whenever we want. Archmage University will need oil, which we can't get at the moment, but again, just like the wine, we only have to obtain it once so that we can build the thing. Ranged will be musketeers and slingers. Warriors will be swordsmen. The ranged are kind of acting as our DPS, so let's get them upgraded. Right. we'll get some of these fields tilled until they disappear. There we go. Magic College, they cost a lot to make, like a lot to make. And there is a hero statue as well. Let's get the hero statue going. Right. We lack the wood to set the hero statue off. So they are slicing through some of our troops here, but we are obliterating them. Right. We can't get any oil or wine here, unfortunately. Academy of Lightning for lightning mages. Another magic college. Increases gnome dome capacity. No, Archmage University no longer generates random spells but grants choice. Or can get some troop training, or receive temporary crossbowmen at the start of each wave. All troop HP is increased, that's probably going to be a get for us. Receive some oil. There we go. And I'll grab a gold mine, because we're a bit low on the old gold. If we want to build these universities. Right. Speaking of which as well, we can use some of our gold to produce some stuff here, and we'll also grab some more troops. These golems are getting shredded. And we get to choose our next prophecy. Veteran barracks, double basic productions, and some resources of our choice, so we could maybe get the wine we need to build the firing range. I wouldn't mind a building upgrade, so we'll throw that there, and an artifact. Ooh, for killing a sunface though. Let's put this here. There's 20 goblins over there. Yeah, just lots of big targets here that are just going to require us to really chew through. Let's go with that. Return of the Eye Cult. The cultists have returned, or maybe they never truly left. Until now, their antics were little more than a nuisance, a woodsman missing here and there, public nudity. Lately, however, their activities have grown bolder. Workers described terrifying encounters to gas the for our ears. Spies have located a gathering in the woods and wait your orders. Capture the leader to get some lightning mages, transmute their resources. Oh, all of our resources to wine, and receive 2 super troopers, whatever they are. They look pretty beefy. Or choose a reward, artifacts. Oh, choose reward, artifacts, but the enemies will send 10 goblins to attack us. We'll take a free artifact and face some goblins. We've got some pretty good troops at the moment, this shouldn't be a problem. I say that, but I'd use a spell at this point, but honestly there's not many of them left now, so Right, we'll hire this assassin and some slingers, and we should be able to basically melt these golems at this point. Yep, there they go, they're melting. Denarii, and the barracks we'll get is, I guess, a hive? Sure. We'll get some more water and we'll place down a sawmill. Right there. In the meantime, we'll just smash all this for resources. Also, gain 3 gold for each point of damage dealt to your castle. Receive temporary crossbowmen at the start of each wave. We'll go for that. Also, while I'm at it, let's get this brick foundry going, or the brick factory. Place seals, yep. Pretty good. Base production. Gold mine, and give me a gold mine, because we're going to need to mine some gold to get these universities going, so reasonable to do that, I think. Right. We'll get some troops training. There we go. Put the limit, and border gauge would cost a lot of gold now, so we just need tons of gold for that and for the universities and so on. It's a lot, but right here, guess we'll just get that built. Right, we're getting through this wave. Just about. Let's see. The clay mine can start repairing the castle. Longer generates random spells but gives us a choice. That's great for the magic college. Right, what we're actually after here would be wine, and it's not offering us it. I'm not going to re-roll it for 10 denarii. Sawmill, iron mine, clay mine, or wheat field. We'll go wheat field because it's kind of like the spot we put our wheat in there. And we'll just start going for all of this gold. Once these start running out, we'll replace them with, well, probably magic colleges. We've got a bunch of them ready to go. Should be plenty of gold there to get. I've just realised that a lot of my troops are not in the field at the moment. Let's damage and push units away with these fawns. Maybe that'll slow them a little bit. Very steadily getting them. And a trader. Provides 7 morale. Wheat at the start of each wave. 10% chance your units will completely block damage. There's some pretty good stuff there. Also increase musketeer capacity. Spell production at the magic school. I think probably getting like an indestructible shield is just a good idea here. Artifacts are always pretty good, and this is no exception. What have we got? Volkar is on his way. We're already at the boss. Can these all like group up maybe, or I guess not. We'll buff them anyway, so they've all got a bunch of extra health. That is the unit cap though. We'll start getting some gold. Volkar the Gold Hoarder. Poison Puddle, go! I need to remember as well, I've got these abilities that I've not been using this entire time. Now I've got him down by about a third. Ow. Okay, yeah, he's going to start hitting the base in a sec. We seem to be keeping him occupied, but it's not a very efficient way of doing so. Oh god, he's going to get us. Yep. Beaten by Volkar. Which isn't awful, considering that... Yeah, that's pretty close to the end. Like, we would have actually beaten the run if we'd have beaten him. So that's a pretty good run. We can't afford the extra troop limit yet. We can go for this and some new spells. So now we need to save up like 100 of these things so we can get the troop capacity. Again though, even then when we get that, we have to kind of wait to actually be able, well, we have to actually be able to afford that, which I don't think we'll be able to. Because remember, it's not giving us extra troop capacity, it's giving us the ability to purchase extra troop capacity. Oh no, this one, oh no, increase starting troop limit. Ah, okay. They increase starting troop limit. This is extra troop limit upgrades that are available. So there's a difference between them, right? Glad I noticed. So that is straight up just amazing then. Absolutely. For now though, we can get a cheap upgrade and make these tile enhancers show up, possibly be a bit better. We can go into riders then as well, because we haven't really got riders yet at the moment. We can even get ourselves some starting wine. Just some little bonuses. We could even get a starting magic school. And a random spell if we wanted. We might want to get some of these like starting bonuses as well, just because they're quite cheap. At least up to the magic school I think, then we'll go back to looking at the troop limit. And then I think I want to go with... Honestly, I would like to go for some advisors then. So we've got Improves the random tile at the start of a run. Allows you to see all upcoming bosses instead of just the next one. That could be useful. Obtain a basic construction building at the start of a run. Not awful. At the start of a run, obtain 5 of each buildings. Tree, small wheat field. You will not receive buildings banned by other advisors. Okay, so that just gives us some extra starting resource buildings. And there's this one who just increases the castle's max HP by 100, which is ridiculous. So yeah, we probably want to get some of those, but I don't think at the moment we can only have one, so we'd have to do challenges to unlock others. So there's King Masteries, beach level without upgrading your gaze, there's beach level without upgrading army limit, without using any spells, so some pretty ridiculous stuff. Get rid of all the trees on a level. Beach level without taking any castle damage. Okay, there's some pretty crazy stuff. And these are for beating various bosses as we go. Not sure how we get the advisor slot. Is it an upgrade maybe? Advisor slot upgrade, yeah. They're not that expensive, like 15 to get, so we could like get this guy, then this, and then we'll be able to take him in. But, right. Some things to consider there. For now though, thank you very much for watching. This has been The King is Watching, and I hope you've enjoyed watching. Next time we'll give it another go. Again, we're at threat level 1, so it'll be getting more difficult as we go here. It's definitely feeling a bit harder already, but I think we'll be able to overcome it pretty quick now we've got some upgrades and things, and we'll give it a go next time. I'll see you then.